What's happening? Shout out to all those beginner investors and traders, college graduates, entrepreneurs, hustlers, anybody trying to make something out of nothing legitimately, that is. Hey, I wanted to talk to you, beginner investors and traders, and whoever out there is listening about AMC. I'm not going to get into GameStop too much because the belief that I have in GameStop, you can go back and watch the videos over a year ago, me talking about GameStop, okay, and the potential and where it could possibly go based on gaming and the digital space and the direction that gaming is going into. You got Chinese gaming companies like Doya and Haya, and these are platforms that are bigger than Twitch. Hundreds of millions of followers. Subscribers, and things like that. So I had this belief in the gaming world and where it was going, and as you can see with the metaverse and NFTs and altcoins and tokenization and everything that they're doing in that world as far as digital gaming and the metaverse and avatars and all that. I think that GameStop is in a perfect position. Okay, so that's the reason why I don't have the same things to say about GameStop, even though this does qualify as well, because I think a lot of us, were wrapped up in the belief that, a squeeze could take place based on the, uh, mistakes that these hedge funds made shorting these companies, and all these things were actually right. But with these people controlling the market, we haven't seen anywhere near what we have been told for years. Personally, I've even looked up things that would basically explain that the squeeze is possible. Now, like I said in several videos, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to get $10,000 squeeze or $100,000 squeeze. Now, based on everything that's happened, yes, you can see that, the numbers, if they were to pay it back, would be astronomical. But, based on all the corruption that's taking place and nothing has never been done, you've heard me say that, don't expect this to happen. And, I just wanted to go through YouTube real quick and give you guys an opportunity to see how many people constantly keep on holding up the potential of this squeeze, which is possible based on everything that's happened with, the tokenization of coins and all these mergers that's taking place, all these movies coming out, AMC in the position that it is with billions of dollars. Yeah, it's possible. But, after just going through the patterns this last year, coming across a couple, in my belief, experienced traders, I just come to the realization, because I've talked about investing and, holding stocks long. And, I've just come to the realization after saying it several times in videos, in AMC videos, that, we are forgetting and people are forgetting that are talking about the squeeze, that are waiting for the squeeze. We forgetting that, it's no love in the market. And people trade these markets every single day. And this is one of the reasons why AMC and GameStop have so much volume. And these two stocks and other meme stocks, quote unquote, have become, a restaurant for these traders, as far as filling their stomachs, man, and getting fat, man, because they're making money off of us holding and thinking about the squeeze or what the potential of the squeeze. So while you're constantly holding the stock, for months, you have sellers that have been trading this stock, making tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. That's the reason why the videos, I have several videos named The Lie Behind the Squeeze. And this is the new video that I chose to do because, as you can see, man, I've been talking about this for a while. I mean, you can go back, like I said, over a year ago, and you can see where nobody was talking about GameStop, and I was literally talking about GameStop over a year ago and the potential, okay, right there, as you can see. So with like I said, I'm a beginner. I'm still learning the charts and still trying my best to understand everything. And some of the reputable traders that I've come across, they've really helped me understand that these markets are being traded at a rate where, it's almost unbelievable that these YouTubers, like you got these, and I'm not really trying to, because I don't want my page to get attacked, but you have all these YouTubers, man, and they keep talking about everything that's going on. Now, UFin News, that's a YouTuber that you need to check out, okay? That's a YouTuber you need to check out. Cold cut, straight to the point, not gonna BS you, and that right there is what I'm looking for. That's one of the reasons why, if you go back and check out some of my earlier AMC videos, I talked about, the realm we were in as far as them making so much money off of us just holding. You know what I'm saying? You got all these YouTubers talking about, look, it's fantastic, breaking records, NFTs. They're keeping you in these positions so that they can constantly trade AMC and GME every single day. I mean, it's no other explanation when you have these stocks doing 10, 20% jumps at a time. You see what I'm saying? They're so volatile, that it's no other explanation. These stocks are being traded every single day. And not just that, once you start going and looking at the daily charts and the weekly charts and the monthly charts, you'll easily see that it's more sellers than buyers of AMC. You see what I'm saying? And that's the part that a lot of these people aren't talking about, because they're making thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars off of trading AMC. So, I mean, that's what I wanted to talk about, and just try to give you beginner investors and traders a new perspective on investing, because believe me, I choose to invest too, as far as for the long term. But with these particular plays, with this particular play, AMC, this is not a play that, I mean, in my opinion, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an investing guru. I'm not telling you what to do. I think you should get some financial advice. Like I said, I'm a beginner. But, with all the things that we've seen, all the news that we've been told, it's clear that people are lying about AMC every day. It is a gold mine for traders. And you have to understand, a 5 or 10%, 15% jump for a whale that's putting in millions of dollars, that is perfect. They don't need to wait for no MOAS. They don't need to wait for no, for AMC to go to $10,000. They can constantly just make these moves every week and make millions and millions of dollars while, people are holding, waiting for life-changing wealth. You see, or riches. So I'm not trying, like I said, I'm a beginner, man, and I'm still, trying to learn a lot. And, I'm still holding positions of AMC and GME and other portfolios, waiting for, the potential of what could happen if they do push the numbers, because I know that this is controlled by hedge funds and institutions and Wall Street. So, it's not about retail. They're just trying to make retail feel as if that we are in control. And that's just not the truth. If we were in control, people would have went to jail the minute that we found out that, GameStop was halted the way that it did or was. And, even with my Robinhood portfolio, I was talking about watching your portfolios, because they'll raise the average cost, on your stocks. They'll like, as of, the last 2 or 3 months, I've been, Robinhood has been purchasing shares in my portfolio. Like if I bought a call option, when like it just happened with SOS, I purchased a call option, as you can see here, and later on, this was executed, and they purchased 200 shares of SOS, and I was debited $200. So, I noticed it and I was like, what the hell? I bought a regular contract. You can only lose what you put in. I don't sell calls, I don't sell puts, none of that. So I don't understand how can they, just buy 200 shares of a stock without me knowing. And I've had this problem before with Robinhood, with AMC, where they tried it a couple months ago and they literally bought like $4,000 worth of AMC. And I was just like, what in the hell? And I had to call them, and they kept beating around the bush. They would not answer the specific questions that I was asking, like, why, if I just bought a regular contract, knowing that you can only lose the amount of money that you put into the contract, and that is it. Why am I being, charged, and why are you guys purchasing shares in my portfolio when I didn't purchase that type of contract? And they never answered the question. They just kept on beating around it, and they instantly put the money back in my account. So, it's a lot of fuzzy business going on. And with all the money that people made around AMC and GameStop, I can clearly, in my opinion, see that these people are trying everything in their power to take it back from you, take it back from us. You got all this hyperinflation, it's just a lot going on. If you can't see that they're trying to figure out every way possible to take this money back from retail and regular men and women, it's just like, or so-called regular men and women, it's just unbelievable. And that's what we're not paying attention to. You see these stocks just dropping like rocks. Do you see it? It makes no sense. But they're being traded at an extreme rate. There are more sellers than buyers in AMC. Now, GameStop, definitely, I think AMC has a good, chance of going over $50 or $60 or more, just, without the squeeze and everything, based on the time that we are coming in with the digital age, but the squeeze and all that, I think that can be easily used to constantly hype this so people can keep trading and making money. So I just want you guys to be careful. Like I said, man, go check out HughFin News, man. I've actually come across a few others that I didn't save though, but because I try my best not to look at a bunch of subscribers, but a bunch of YouTubers, but I happened to come across his page because he was saying something about trading. And because our video skips to another video, it did that, and it was his, and I was just listening, and he confirmed what I was feeling as I watched the patterns this last year with AMC and GameStop. It's being traded constantly. That's the reason for the volume. That's the reason for all these YouTube content creators that aren't being honest, trying to give you catalysts and, constantly give you fundamentals so that you can feel strong about the stock to hold it enough for them to constantly trade it, so and yes, I got caught up in the squeeze myself. I'm new to trading the last year. I've only been holding stocks for about 3 or 4 years, just about 3 years and some change. And when it came to last year, during the pandemic, I decided to look more into stocks, and that's when I started to trade a little bit and buy a couple options, and I happened to get lucky. And watching it this whole entire year and trying my best to learn pieces and bits and pieces, I could see that it was more going on than what they were saying. I could tell that stock was being traded, massively, like every single day. Once they started to move the way that they did. But all these people started popping out of nowhere talking about AMC and GameStop, which that's one of the reasons why I decided to jump out of the market. I mean, jump out of not make as many YouTube videos, because it sounded like people that understood technicals and this and that. So I just wanted to fall back and listen and try to learn as much as possible, until I started realizing a lot of these things were lies. A lot of these things were, keeping the hype up, psychological, to keep people into the play. And I started, I stopped listening to a bunch of these YouTubers like 6, 7 months ago, and I've just been, doing my own thing, looking at the patterns, trying to figure out, whether or not when to buy or hold or sell, and that's the reason why you can see, my buying power has increased a little bit, because I've been moving stocks around and trading and taking profit and doing what I think a trader would do, and still have the mentality of an investor, and to, hold the stocks that I believe have potential in the future. But the stocks that I, also have in the future, I'll have a few shares to trade, okay, make some money. And then, with other stocks, I'll do the same. I'll trade these stocks, based on their volume and how the potential, and that's pretty much it. So like I said, man, I'm still a beginner, man, and I just want to see how you guys feel about this, because everybody keep talking about diamond hands and hold and buy the dip and all that extra. And for the last year, people haven't seen anything, and that should be a clear indication for people to see that we are getting lied to. And not to say that the squeeze isn't going to happen. I'm saying this game is rigged completely, and it's all about buying, selling. It's buying and selling, man, and trading, man. These people got money to make. You talking about millionaires. They're not waiting to make $1 million like we are. They could put in 3 million, go up 10%, 15%. That's another 6 million. Bow, they can get out, jump in another play. Like it's so easy for them to just constantly make money, while we're sitting here to make that life-changing money. So I'm done rambling, man. Tell me what you think about AMC. And what's going on, and please, man, leave it down in the comment box, man. It's Kavai Valentine. I'm out of here.